OFC 2025, and at the booth of SABIC, a material manufacturer. In this OFC, we are noticing it is all about volume production of CPO and pluggables. And from that, materials play a big role. I'm with Gabrie Hoogland, Chief Material Scientist at SABIC. You are bringing to OFC the EXTEM and the ULTEM material. What role do they play in the next generation CPO?
Yeah, thanks, Jose. Indeed, we are a resin supplier, but we also want to show to our customers what we can do with these materials. And here we have a nice example of EXTEM being molded in a multi-lens array. And this is a model. And you can see it here. If you zoom in with the camera, you see two MLAs made out of EXTEM. And actually what we use here is the first time in the world, we use EXTEM to make a free space optical connection between the PIC and the fiber array unit. So here you see the light coming from the oscilloscope, single mode, 50 nanometer. It's going through the first MLA, it's being expanded, and then the light is being collimated through another MLA of EXTEM into a PIC with some waveguide loops. And here we can show that in one waveguide loop you have a very nice eye, which is an indication of a good signal integrity. And you don't see it on the screen, but the signal loss on this waveguide loop is around 2.2 dB. So very low signal loss. More importantly, if you would do a reflow step on this MLA, it does not change the signal. So this is the only material in the world there's a thermoplastic resin that withstands reflow and can be used for optical coupling, like CPO.
As we go to volume production with CPO, the question reflow compatible is coming from every single corner. This is the second day of OFC, Gabrie. What conclusions are you taking from the customers' questions?
Yeah, indeed, everybody wants to have a reflow compatible material. Of course, you can use glass, but glass, of course, has a few disadvantages. Mass production, so make 10 million of parts, that's what you hear everywhere. Make a lot of CPO devices. It is easy to do with thermoplastic resin. You can have just a few injection molding machines, you can have multi-cavity tooling, and you can make easy million of parts. And of course, the other advantage of a resin like EXTEM is the design freedom.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very simple MLA, but obviously we can make a little bit more complex MLAs with alignment pins, with total internal reflection. This is the beauty of a thermoplastic resin like EXTEM.
At the executive forum, some of the questions were around reliability. Now you go to volume production, and with companies who come from the semiconductor business, they say, is Photonics reliable? In the point of failure, sometimes it's not in the chip, it's in the packaging. What advantages the reflow soldering compatible material EXTEM and ULTEM play in that role?
Yeah, of course we did our due diligence in Telcordia testing. So the industry test of hydro aging, of course going reflow to 260. We have even EXTEM with anti-reflective coatings, and they all stay adhered to the EXTEM even after 1,000 hours of hydro aging.
So if we think about the future, what exciting things are going to happen at SABIC for this community?
Yeah, well, we keep on developing new products. And I mean, this is, of course, what we bring to the show. But we continue to develop new resins, whatever the customer requires. Maybe with a different refractive index or with a different internal transmission. For us, the sky is the limit. Our slogan with SABIC is chemistry that matters. So we are also, developing new resins for this market.
Somebody told me that you have a self-aligning structure.
Yeah,
Could you
right.
show that to us?
Yeah, let's go there.
Let's go.
So indeed, in this industry, a lot of people use epoxy adhesives to glue the optical elements on the board. But of course, there are some issues with the epoxies as such. They're yellow, they might become brittle. There are some CTE mismatches. So what we have done here, together with CITC in the Netherlands, in Photonics Institute, we metallized the pads of the MLA of EXTEM. And by metallization, you can use a kind of auto alignment during the reflow step. So we add some solder paste underneath the metallic pads, put it in a reflow machine, and then when the solder paste becomes liquid, there's a kind of auto alignment because of the surface tension. And then if you go down in temperature, you have a very solid joint with the PCB without using adhesives.
If we look about the next 5 years, OFC 2030, I come here to the SABIC booth, I meet Gabrie,
Yeah.
We are 5 years younger. What kind of things will you expect in the market? What kind of things make you excited? What is your preferred future?
Yeah, well, it's not only CPO and optical elements. I mean, we do much more within SABIC, right? You see a few examples. We have wire and cable. We have Siltum. Obviously, we have also opaque materials like connectors. So we want to stay ahead of the game. We want to learn about trends. And then, of course, we will develop the products needed for that.
Gabrie, thank you so much for the tour. Congratulations on everything that you're achieving. I can't wait to come again next year and see what's new at SABIC.
Thanks a lot, Tassé, for stepping by.